Let's go over some simple AC coupled systems. Our first system is a battery-only topology. Something to note is that whether it's PV or batteries connecting to the grid, this is always AC coupling because the grid will always be AC, at least for now. Here, the battery plus inverter are being added to the grid via AC power. The grid has its source, let's say it's a hydropower plant, for example, and we are coupling our battery source to the grid source, combining the utility source and our battery source via AC. This is an example of a residential system AC coupling the battery system in the grid to provide power to the home. The inverter converts the DC source, which are the batteries, at a somewhat fixed voltage, something like 48 volts or 60 volts, and then converts it to a AC voltage at a higher voltage, typically 120/240 for residential. In this system, the battery pushes power out to the home or the grid when needed and then charges back from the grid. This can be done through a program schedule. Another AC coupled system is a PV plus inverter being added to the grid. This is another example of a residential AC coupling, but instead a PV system in the grid to provide power to the home. The DC source, in this case now PV, sits at a somewhat fixed voltage, somewhere between 300 to 600 volts DC for residential and up to 1500 volts for larger systems. And this gets converted to AC via the inverter, again, typically 120/240 for residential applications. In this system, as long as the grid is operational and there is sun, the PV system will push power out. It will likely go to the home first, and then anything in excess will go back out to the grid, if you're allowed. If the solar isn't enough to power the home, then all of the power from the PV will go to the home, and then some power will have to be pulled from the grid. In the solar energy sector, AC coupling typically refers to a site or project where both PV systems and battery systems are connected to the grid via AC. However, in practice, the term is also used for battery-only sites, which are still describing a AC coupled system. In the next video, we'll take a quick look at both of these systems in a single application. Ooh, exciting. See you then.